Hey happy people! So today we're going to try to make a spaghetti squash lo mein. We are using spaghetti squash just because I do have spaghetti squash and I really don't have any spaghetti noodles right now. So to get started here, I do have my wok here and it is already heating up, so we're going to go ahead and add some oil here. This is grapeseed oil. Avocado. This is avocado today, not grapeseed. Alright. Switch that around there. Now, I do have today trumpet mushrooms again. Y'all know that's like my favorite because it's the most versatile and most widely available for me. So I did cut them up into little sticks here, kind of like just instead of being diced, they are more of like little sticks. And we're just going to go ahead and add those today. This is going to be our chicken replacement. Roll them all around there, get them in the oil. Alright, we're just going to let those cook till they get a little browning, get a little soft there. While that's going, we're going to go ahead and mix our sauce up here. In this cup here, I do have some homemade veggie broth here. And we are going to add, this is sesame oil, toasted sesame oil. Alright, and then we got our soy sauce here. We have some alkaline fish sauce. Alright, and we have some of our homemade oyster sauce here. Now all three of these sauces, the soy sauce, the fish sauce, and the oyster sauce, I do have videos on for this. And we're going to add that in there too. Now, I have in this little bowl here, set that down. Alright, so in this bowl we got some agave powder, some ginger, and some white spelt flour. You can use any flour that you have at home. I wouldn't advise maybe chickpea flour because it's going to change the color. Usually you want your sauce to be a dark color, and the chickpea flour is going to make it like dark yellow. So we're going to add that in there too. And then we're just going to whisk all this together. Alright, and that is our sauce. And we're just going to set this to the side until we're ready for it. Just waiting on our mushrooms to tender up here. Alright, so while I'm waiting on the mushrooms, I'm going to go ahead with my spaghetti squash. Now, this is one whole spaghetti squash. I did not cut it evenly, as you can see. But it was just baked in the oven, 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour. All I did was put just a little grapeseed oil on top. No sea salt, no other seasonings, nothing else. That is it. And I'm just going to scrape out my squash here so it'll be all ready. Alright, so I am just separating my strings here, and I'm going to turn the fire down now because they are brown enough. So Now I'm going to add my ginger. I have fresh ginger here. Oh, I got spaghetti squash all over my fingers. This is fresh ginger. It has just been diced up. We're going to add that, get a little fragrance going there. We got our not so garlic here, the minced version, so we're going to add that too. And in this bowl I do have some red bell pepper strips and some butternut squash dices here, cubes. Usually I would use butternut squash strips, but I just happen to have some cubes in the refrigerator, so I'm going to use those up. I'm not going to let them go bad. Alright, so we're just going to cook our veggies down here just a little bit, get the butternut squash thawed out there, and get our bell peppers just softened up just a little bit. Alright, so again, back to just separating my butternut squash, because sometimes there's like chunks in there where they're just together, so we just want to separate it out so it'll be easier for us here. Alright, so my veggies have cooked down here. I don't want them to be too soft because I do want to retain some crunchiness for my bell peppers here. So, cook them down to however you like. You know, whatever your soul say yes to. Alright, so now we can add our squash here. Just going to go ahead. I might not use all of this. That was a pretty big size there. Alright, and then we're going to add our sauce. And we're just going to get this all mixed up here. Alright, so I'm just going to heat this through, let my sauce start bubbling here, thicken up just a little bit, and we'll be just about done. At this point you can taste it, see how you like it, if you need to adjust your seasonings or anything like that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this because I'm probably not going to use it in the next couple of days. So. Need to maximize our money these days. Alright, so my sauce is thickening up. It's bubbling here in the corner, so I'm going to go ahead and add my green onion here. Get that stirred in there. And now I'm going to turn my heat off here. Now, usually in lo mein they usually put like bok choy or cabbage. But of course we're not going to use that today. So today I do have some romaine lettuce. I just cut up into little strips here. I tried to use just the rib part of the lettuce, not necessarily the whole green leaf. Because you want that crunch, so that's why I'm waiting till the very end to put this in so it don't become soggy. In the lo mein, if you were using the bok choy, cabbage or whatever, you would have put it in beforehand because they tend not to soften up as fast. They tend to retain their crunchiness, but romaine lettuce does not. So once it's been heated, it will start to break down. So we don't want to put that in the beginning. We want to put it in at the very end. Like I say, turn the fire off. Pretty much let your lo mein here settle a little bit, and then you can add your lettuce right at the end here. So add our lettuce. Alright, and there you have it. My alkaline version of lo mein there. So, let me get rid of this. Go get me a bowl. Or a saucer, should I say. And I'll use the same fork. Why not? And I'll be right back. I'll run the ingredients while I do that. Alright, got me a little salsa here. We're going to get a little taste here. Not too much because we're about to have dinner here pretty soon. So, I only need a little bit for a taste. So I'm trying to get a little bit of everything here. A little bell peppers, some green onions, some butternut squash there, a little bit of the lettuce. Make sure I get a mushroom or two. Alright. Here we go. Yep. Still retain that crispiness in there. You can taste the sauces there. Taste that fresh ginger. And the green onion. I didn't even put that much in there. Yep, that's a word. Alright, so that is it, people. Chew my food first. Alright, so that is it. That is how I make my spaghetti squash lo mein, making it alkaline. I don't think I used any alkaline seasonings today that I sell. So the only thing I used was the soy sauce. I do sell the soy sauce at MrStayHappy.com. If you want me to start selling like the fish sauce and the oyster sauce, let me know in the comments, because I actually don't have that on the website, but I have thought about it, because when you're making Asian dishes, usually like soy sauce, teriyaki sauce, fish sauce, oyster sauce are usually some main ingredients in those. So let me know if that's what you want, and I will make sure we get it on the website. Like this video, because now you've seen me make an alkaline version of lo mein, and I use spaghetti squash. Share so others can see how easy it is to make alkaline dishes, make them amazing, great, taste great. Subscribe if you are not a subscriber. Come on, welcome to the Stay Happy family. We are not going to bite. Well, we bite, but not you. Hit the notification bell so you'll be the first. So when I drop a video, you'll be the first to see it. Go to MrStayHappy.com. I already said that. That'll be in the description box below. Drop me a comment. If you made this, let me know what you think. What do you use in your lo mein to actually make it alkaline? Do you use spelt noodles or something like that instead of the spaghetti squash? I just don't have any noodles right now. Like, all I have really is like the elbows and the shells, I think. So I really don't have any spaghetti noodles. So that's why I use the spaghetti squash instead of the noodles. And I think that's it, people. Until the next video, stay happy.
Uh-huh.